What up, spiritual family, and welcome to Mount Fitness MBS Ministry, where I am your host, Brother Minister Mongoose, and where this ministry is putting a emphasis and a premium on living a holistic mind, body, and spirit path to health and wellness. This is the life that this ministry is all about living and all about encouraging others to live. Additionally, this ministry puts a premium emphasis on what the good book / the Bible refers to as the have-nots, the needy, the outcasts, the sick, the elderly, the homeless, those suffering from all kinds of trauma, those who are suffering from drug addiction, alcohol abuse, incarcerations. If you or anyone you know are dealing with these kinds of extreme crosses that one have been given to bear, please support this ministry. This ministry was raised up to assist this group of people. I'll make a mention towards the end of the video why I put a premium emphasis on this group of people. It's not just because this person that we refer to as Jesus, the Christ, did so himself. That's a part of it. But it is organic for me. It's natural. It's no additives, no preservatives. Like, that's really what's in my heart, and that's really what this ministry is all about. So I'll be mentioning something to give you guys some information about why that is so towards the end of the message. But for now, again, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all your love, your generosity, your support. And without further ado, we'll get off into today's message. You know, this ministry, as I mentioned, is about mental, physical, and spiritual health and wellness, and properly merging, balancing, and synthesizing those three aspects, and operating at a premium in each of those individual aspects. Because again, individual, but not really. It's like saying your car has, a front row of seats and a back row of seats. Individually, yeah, but not really, because they still make up the car, the interior of the car. So separately, but not really. This ministry thinks, believes, and was guided to understand the truth is that when we move in this holistic way, so much more is opened up to us in terms of who we are, our individual purpose in life, different thoughts and ideas about how to overcome challenges and difficulties, our creative faculties, and all of our strengths, the revelations of the things that were not so strong are made that much more clear to us. We move forward in things like true, real, not surface level love and peace and true power that can only come from on high, true transformation that can only come from on high, true courage, the ability and the conviction to walk in our own God-given authenticity, and so much, much more is revealed to us when we simply acknowledge in an intentional and in a deliberate way how blessed we are to have a mind, a body, and a spirit. If you're watching this, that means there's something in your mental that allows you to understand the words, to process it, to categorize the words, to understand the points and the meanings behind the words. That means your mental faculties are intact. Of course, you have a body, a vessel, or you wouldn't be here in the first place. And that spirit man or woman is that feeling that you get, that sense that you get, where either you resonate with this message, pardon me, or it doesn't. Whether when you feel upset, uptight, or when you feel harmonious and laid back, when you feel hope and love, when you feel fear and despair. These are different spirits. So if you're feeling these things, and you can refer to these things as emotions if you want, it's kind of like potato. But if you can encounter and you experience all of these things, then that means all aspects of you, your mind, your body, and your spirit, are intact. Now, are they intact in the way that you may want them to be? Have you reached your goal or your pinnacle in those areas? Have I in mind? Maybe you have, maybe I have, maybe I haven't, maybe you haven't. But that's not the point. The point is, what are you doing every single day? Just like you get up, you comb your hair, you brush your teeth, you I would say go to work, but we don't necessarily, oftentimes we don't work 7 days a week, but something that you do every single day. You eat, you use the bathroom, something that you do every single day. Pardon me. What are you doing every single day to show God, the universe, that you value, that you acknowledge the very, very beautiful gift to have the whole you, the holistic you, functioning? Maybe when it comes to the physical you, maybe you aren't as strong, or maybe you aren't in that dress size or that pant size. Maybe you do have some weight to some weight to lose, and maybe you aren't the strongest guy or girl in the gym. Perhaps there's some of you out there that aren't even able to walk, but you can still see the blessing in that, because chances are, if you can't walk, you're in an environment, or you come in contact with others who can't walk. Some probably can't walk and or see or hear. So you can see how even if those things aren't operating in a way that you would want them to, you still have them. They're still here. And if they're still here and you're still here, then that's a blessing. That's a gift. And that gift deserves to be honored. It deserves to be appreciated. This is why this thing called God or the universe has given you these things. You don't just have a body, but you can't think things through. And you don't just have a body and you can think things through, but there's no feelings, there's no emotions, there's no spirit. You have all of these things operating in your life. And a part of the things that are made clearer, that are made that much more known to you, that much more enhanced, that much more refined, when you take this holistic mind, body, and spirit approach to life and to health and wellness, and you get up every single day and you do something, regardless of how big, regardless of how small, but every single day, 1 minute a day, 100,000 minutes a day. If that's, to just flip the coin on that, if you will. The point is, it's not about how long. It's about how often. And if you're doing it every single day, to say, you know what? I'm going to walk up these stairs today. Tomorrow, when it comes to my physical self, tomorrow I'm just going to stretch. Tomorrow I'm just going to consciously sit back and kick my feet up all day. But when I do so, whatever it is, tomorrow I'm going to go to the gym, run a marathon, whatever it is, I'm going to do it consciously. I'm going to do it deliberately to let the universe know that I value this. When it comes to my spirit, what am I going to do? When it comes to your spirit, what are you going to do? I'm going to say a quick prayer. I'm going to turn off the TV, the videos, and I'm going to totally unplug for 2 minutes, 20 minutes, 200,000 minutes in a single day. Whatever it just means to put your thoughts, your feelings, and your emotions into what it is that you're doing mentally, physically, and spiritually. When you do this, when I do this, when we all do this, things that bring us joy, things that bring us happiness, things that that causes us to be fulfilled in life. These things are made that much more clearer. Your passions in life and your purpose in life they become that much more clearer. You become that much more committed to achieving them and to being them things and to being those things. But if you're in great physical and mental fitness and conditioning, but spiritually you're out of alignment, that's like driving down the car. That's like driving a car down the highway with 3 of the tires being balanced and 1 not balanced and rotated. You're gonna get there. It's not gonna be a smooth ride. You may get there, but there may be some complications on the, your bearings or your alignment of the vehicle. You want to know what your purpose is in life? You want to find out what is your true passion in life? I mean, you've been going to that job, you've been into that relationship, you've been pursuing that career, whatever it is, and when you stop and think about it, you're like, wow, there's nothing fulfilling about that. But that's all I know. That's all you know. You want to know what really, really stirs your passion, but you can't really find out what it is? You can't quite put your finger on it? Kind of going through life and all these different things, relationships and finances, whether they're going great or not so great. You feel like, it just leaves you feeling unfulfilled. And you knowing like, man, there's got to be more to life than this. When you do something every single day for your mental self, your physical self, and your spiritual self, and you do these things consciously, the universe opens up to you and reveals to you, hey, this is actually, maybe it's something that you once did 20, 30 years ago, maybe it's something you've never done, but the universe reveals the fact that, hey, this, when you try this, or when you get back to doing this, you're going to realize this is what your passion is. This is what drives you. This is what motivates you. This is what keeps you going. This is what makes you feel whole and complete. You want to know what that passion is, and you want to unlock the drive and the commitment to that passion? See how your life takes off when it comes to that, and in all the other different areas of your life as well. But as it relates to today's topic, see how your life takes off when it comes to that passion that you have. Maybe again, you don't have it. Maybe you once had it, but you can't regain it. Maybe it's something that you've never done. Whatever it is, watch how where you are now when it comes to walking around feeling unfulfilled, unhappy, no real passion in life, just going through the motions. Watch how all of that changes the moment you decide that every single day, I'm just gonna thank this thing that we call God or the universe. I'm just gonna stretch. I'm gonna put my feet up. I'm gonna go to the gym in a conscious way. I'm gonna show appreciation. I'm gonna remind myself of how grateful I am for having a mind, a body, and a spirit. I'm going to read that scripture and not just read it. I'm going to read it as I feel it. So I'm going to read it from a state of feeling it. And when I read it, I'm going to actually feel it. Watch how your life begins to settle down and take off when it comes to that passion, and you get up looking forward to the day again. You get up looking forward to that thing, that meeting a new person, that job that's become kind of old and stale. You start getting back up every single day. Like, man, today, 50 years of age, 70, 80, 150 years of age. It doesn't matter. That passion that you have and that overall passion for life, it's reinvigorated. The same thing when it comes to your purpose. Kind of going through life, trying a few different things, investigating a few different things, putting time and energy, into different people, different opportunities, only to realize, and that's not my purpose. That's pretty cool, but doesn't, I'm not fulfilled. I know that's not it. It's not it. Like you cook one of your favorite dishes, and you taste it, but it's good. There's nothing wrong with it, but you're like, something missing. I gotta think this through. In the case of food, you gotta think this through and eat it through and taste it through. But there's something a little bit off about it. So you'll be going through life and spending time and money and resources and energy into different things, but still haven't discovered that purpose. Watch how much clarity you get when it comes to that, discovering that purpose, when it comes to doubling down and being committed to what has already been revealed to you that is your purpose. Watch how you double down on that. Watch how you become more reinvigorated when it comes to that. And again, if you haven't already experienced it, watch how you just wake up one day and you be like, you know what? That was my first time doing that. Or, you know what, I'm going to try this today. And you do it and it just automatically clicks. And your purpose is unlocked. It's revealed to you. And you begin to just walk in it with a intensity, with a passion. There's that word again. And a fervor that you've never felt or haven't felt for 20 or 40 years. I'm going to prepare to close this message, but it's important that we get this because the powers that be is definitely committed. They know how much more powerful, how much more evolved we are when it comes to particularly advancing his kingdom, how unstoppable we become, even that much more greater when we do prioritize our mental, physical, and spiritual health. The powers that be are horrified of human beings with clean hearts, strong bodies, and good spirits, waking up and deciding that when they put those things together, that unlocks the door to breakthroughs, through opportunities, through what we would call miracles, overcoming challenges that one has been fighting, try to overcome for 2, 3, 30, 20 decades. The powers that be knows this. So it's all about, well, let's get this group of people overly centered on just going to church or just going and praying. And let's get this group of people overly committed, to just being, book savvy and intellectuals and, theologians and all of this kinds of stuff. And then let's get this other group and just keep them out of balance and being caught up in, their physical appearance, being in great shape or whatever the case may be. And this is why, if you are walking in that holistic state of existence, this is why you walk in the room and the energy just shifts There's both a heaviness and a simultaneous lightness that takes place when you just walk into the room, not concentrating on it, not trying to see if it takes place, just minding your own business. But then you notice how even though you're not trying to be seen, no one can take their eyes off of you. Not because they're necessarily jealous or they're necessarily intrigued. It's just some kind of phenomena that is real, but yet most people don't understand. They don't know why they can't take their eye off you. They don't know if it's because of hatred, because of interest, because of whatever. And what that whatever is simply because you're walking in all that God, the universe, has given you. You don't have to be in great shape physically. You don't have to be the spiritual guru. You don't have to be the mathematician. You're just trying to be your best, your personal best, in all of those areas simultaneously. In other words, you can be driving a hoopty or no car at all. You could have pretty much no formal education and not be the all that outspoken, if you will, when it comes to your intellect, your intellectual prowess. You could be 500 pounds overweight, but you're trying in all of those different areas, and that energy is presiding within you, and it emanates out. And wherever you go, people see you as an anomaly. The energy that you carry, the way you comport yourself, the way that you look, in great shape or 500 pounds overweight, 500 pounds overweight or small and frawny, if you will, in a wheelchair. That energy that you carry, it's all different when you take this holistic mind, body, and spirit approach to life. Your purpose becomes clearer and more refined, and your passions become stirred and more reinvigorated. So try it. Reach out to this ministry if there's any specific details that you'd like, a specific protocol based on, your beliefs, what you're hoping for, what you're praying for, what you're fighting against. And I'd love to sit down and have an initial consultation and evaluation with you to help you design a personal routine for you. Again, your age, your fitness level, what you're believing for, etc., etc. But merging that mind, that body, and that spirit, that's a key that the powers that be does not want any of us to discover, let alone make the commitment to. But we don't need their approval. We don't need their validation. We don't need their permission. I heard someone say, they didn't make us, so they can't break us. They didn't build us, so they can't kill us. They didn't invent us, so they can't prevent us. They can't prevent us. We just have to make the commitment. We just have to do it for my spiritual brothers and sisters out there facing some of the most horrendous challenges in life: drug addiction, homelessness, incarceration, medical report where the doctor told you to get your affairs in order, family betrayal, and on and on and on. Drug addiction, alcohol abuse, post-traumatic stress disorder, eating disorder, anxiety, depression, and so forth and so on. My spiritual family members, the good book talks about a day when those who are first shall be last, and those who are last shall be first, and the meek shall inherit the earth. Those days are now. As long as you don't ever quit, you don't ever give up on yourself, you continue to fight that good fight, then your life is going to always end up exactly the way He wants it. May not be the way that you want it. My life may not end up the way that I want it. But the good book says that the wisdom of man is foolishness to God. We think we want those things, and from our small, puny human existence, we do want those things. But it's foolishness in the eyes of God, who knows what we really want and what we really need. No different than your 3 or 5-year-old or 6-year-old, whatever, thinking they really, really want something. But you know better. So for that group of people, my spiritual family members, I say the time for us to rise is now, and this is how we do it. Taking that mental, physical, and spiritual path, moving forward in our lives. Here are some services that are designed to help you guys when it comes to the mental self. For the older group or members, there is philosophical consultative services. For the younger audience or members, there is youth and young adult mentoring and counseling. For the spirit man or woman, there is clean-hearted spiritual teachings and practices. Reach out by way of the email link down in the description so that I can detail or lay out to you and detail exactly what those spiritual teachings and practices are. And for the physical self, there is ISSA certified fitness training. Please go to the website at mountfitnessmbs.com to get some specific information about that, and know that if you are interested in either of these compartmentalized services, or perhaps even all of them, reach out by way of the email link down in the description box. I am looking forward to scheduling you for your initial consultation and evaluation. Now here's where the rubber meets the road, guys. If you haven't already, reach over there. Take that split second and hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe if you aren't already subscribed, and definitely hit the bell icon for notifications. There's also a Cash App link down in the description box if you'd like to make a monetary donation to show your appreciation, or just let the universe know that you stand with this ministry, what this ministry is all about, and that you are in support of this ministry. Leave a like also, guys. Send me some encouragement. Send me some love. Send me some well thoughts and good, clean prayers and all that good stuff. Whatever good seed that you plant into this ministry, you will receive an abundant harvest, shaken down, pressed together, and running over. So stand on the watch out, or stand on the watch out tower for that heart, that spirit of expectancy, knowing that you have planted good seeds in good ground, and it's just a matter of time before those seeds bring forth a harvest. This is what I got for you guys. Every single day, doesn't matter how big or how small, challenge yourself. What are you doing? What did you do today? If you didn't dot those I's and cross those T's, here's the alarm bell. Courtesy reminder, hey, get up tomorrow. It's not too late in your day, whatever time you're watching this. Hey, if it's lunch break, that's okay. You still got a few hours left in the day. If it's the start of your AM, whatever the case may be, get on your grind. Mentally, physically, and spiritually. And watch what the world and the universe opens up to you. Thank you guys so very much for all the love, the support. I really do mean that. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Yes, it is our time to rise. All of us that have a clean heart, and particularly those who are going through the most, who have refused to surrender their souls. Reach out if I could be of assistance to you guys. I love you all. Yes, I am Brother Minister Mongoose, and yes, I will holla back. Peace.